Hello everyone, I'm Dasagrandhi Charan. Today we're going to discuss very relevant topic of the day. That is, AI doesn't create culture, rather it reveals it. Let us imagine walking into our offices the day after or tomorrow morning, and your CEO announces that we have invested millions into the latest AI platform. This is going to transform the way we work. And as usual, the entire room applauds. People nod, and I'm sure this is going to be a big headlines in your company. Everyone would be excited. But I'm sure a question would linger in the minds of many employees. Will this really change anything? Because deep down, most of the people know that sometimes leaders overlook. Technology enters organizations much faster than trust does. And that's why I believe one simple idea that deserves our attention today is AI doesn't create culture, rather, it reveals it. For decades, every major technological revolution that has promised transformation, be it internet, be it cloud computing, be it mobile technology, or digital transformation, any automation technology, or today's artificial intelligence. Every generation believes that next technology would solve the problems that previous one couldn't. But surprisingly, history has a different story to tell. That technology changes what we can do, but culture determines what we actually do. Yeah, AI is perhaps the most powerful technology that created by humanity. It can write, analyze, design, predict, test everything. It can automate the work that which took hours or days together. It can complete in minutes and seconds as well. Such is the power it has. But there is one thing that AI cannot automate, that is human culture. Just pause and think about it. Okay, let me bring you a small example that there are two organizations, organization A and organization B. They both adapt the same AI software, same investment, same implementation partner. One organization, let's consider organization A, becomes more creative, more innovative, and their employees start experimenting it. Their ideas flow very freely, and people learn from mistakes, productivity rises. Whereas the organization B that struggles, where employees hesitate, or nobody wants to ask questions, or managers worry about losing control over team, or people use AI only because they are told to. The technology was identical, the investments were identical, the implementation partner is also same. But what is different here? Why we are seeing two outcomes completely in contrast? It's because AI entered into two different cultures. Leadership, culture, and trust was a differentiator here. Today, many executives ask an important question: how do we get people to adapt AI? I think the better question should be: have we built a culture where people trust enough to embrace change? Because people rarely resist technology, they resist uncertainty, fear. They resist being left out of the conversations that affect their future and work. When communication is absolutely unclear, and that's where resistance grows. When leaders refuse the difficult conversations, resistance grows. When employees feel psychologically unsafe, even the smartest of the technology becomes a source of anxiety rather than being a solution for all the problems. AI is often blamed for exposing the problems it never created. It's like switching on a brighter light in a room. It simply makes the dust that is impossible to ignore be visible because of the light. AI exposes how decisions are made, whether curiosity is rewarded or punished. It exposes whether leaders genuinely listen or simply expect compliance. It exposes whether learning is part of a culture or merely written on the office walls. And perhaps that's why AI is making some organizations very uncomfortable. Not because it threatens the jobs, but because it exposes the leadership habits that have gone unquestioned for years. Here is what I believe the future belongs to. Not companies that have highest or largest AI budgets, not even the companies that have the smartest of the algorithms in the world. The future belongs to to the organizations where people feel safe enough to think, safe enough to question, disagree, and experiment because innovation has never been the product of perfect certainty. It has always been the product of courage and curiosity. Artificial intelligence here can accelerate knowledge, but it cannot accelerate wisdom or it cannot manufacture with wisdom. It can just automate decisions but can never replace judgment. I think all organizations have to realize this fact whether they like it or not, because this is the key differentiator to win in the era of AI adoption. They should once again understand that the responsibilities of setting up the culture, setting up the trust, everything rests on the human, not AI. Rather, not having all these and adapting a AI platform or AI software will definitely let your organizations down because there is no proper ecosystem that is set up for the AI to operate. So perhaps I believe the conversation we need isn't about replacing people with AI. It is about preparing people for the AI powered world. The preparation, I think, should begin even before deploying the first algorithm of AI. It should begin with culture, it should begin with leadership, it should begin with trust because technology can scale the capability, but it is only culture that scale willingness. And willingness is what ultimately what determines whether transformation succeeds or quietly fails behind impressive presentations and ambitious roadmaps. So, next time when someone tells you that their organization is ready for AI, don't ask what platform have they purchased. Rather, ask what kind of culture will that AI walk into? Because at the end, AI doesn't create culture, it reveals it. Thank you.